Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Yeah, 2 minutes space. Okay, good morning. How many participants?
Sir, till now it has 58 has joined and people are joining.
Okay, may I know what kind of program is it?
Sir, this is basically a session going on mushroom cultivation.
Okay.
And
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Who are all the participants? What is their capacity?
It's around 200.
What kind of affiliation they have?
Sir,
Are they
participants are
scientists, students,
scientists.
farmers?
Sir, all scientists,
All.
farmers, as well as students are there, and
Mixed,
entrepreneurs as well.
mixed group.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning to everyone. I'm Dr. Krishnamurthy, currently Registrar of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. Earlier, I was the Professor and Head Department of Plant Pathology, and I was Director Center for Plant Protection Studies. I am associated with the mushroom for almost 30 years. Okay. The milky mushroom is TNAU contribution. The technology and varieties from TNAU for the first time to the world. And my good friend Dr. Thakur knows, and he asked me to give a presentation on this in front of you. I hope after the presentation, if you have any doubt or anything, you can very well clarify with me. I'm sorry I cannot talk in Hindi because I'm not well versed in Hindi. Somebody, if you need any help, probably you will understand. Mainly it is pictorial. Mostly photographs will be there, so you will be easily able to follow. But of course, if you have any doubt, you can very well contact me in email. I'll definitely answer you. So with the best wishes, I will start my presentation. Okay. Is it visible now, all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible. Continue, please.
Can you hear me? Is it visible? Shall I
Yes,
start?
sir. So you are audible, you are visible, as well as your presentation is visible. So please continue.
Excellent. Excellent. Friends, good morning. Once again, as I told to you, milky mushroom is a kind of an excellent mushroom to cultivate by a farmer who is having reasonably minimum facility. But your crop may be equivalent to button mushroom. So that is the speciality of this mushroom. You may see on screen.
Excuse me, sir.
A girl holding a bunch of milky mushroom, and the other side you will be able to see uniform sized milky mushroom. Probably you will appreciate.
Could you please hide this notification?
Sorry?
Could you please hide this notification, sir?
Yeah. Is it all right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, fine. So, on seeing the mushrooms, bunches, you will appreciate. It looks like a little bit big button mushroom. But friends, you need not have that kind of a big technology as that of a button mushroom. And the productivity is very high. The milky white color will be retained. And even for 1 week or 10 days, this will shrink. This will not rot. That is the reality of this mushroom. And more particularly, I'm very much fond of this mushroom mainly because it is of Indian origin. The scientific name is Calocybe indica. It was first identified in wild from West Bengal in high humidity, high temperature zones by one Dr. Purkayasthan. Later it was identified in Rajasthan by Dr. Anila Doshi and group, and later from IHR Bangalore and also IGKVV, several places, but still as early in 89-90, we got this isolate near a coconut garden in and around Coimbatore. We cultured it. We completely transformed the technology from wild to technology. TNAU made it first. And almost 7-8 years of work, we continuously worked on laboratory, and we equally worked with the farming community. Several of the farmers helped me in bringing this technology out. And now, around the world, this is the milky mushroom technology. For the first time, is introduced from TNAU with the first variety, APK2. This I have written in the one of the my paper, which you can see in the net, the story of milky mushroom. And also I have challenged this with several people, even in international conferences, for its credibility of that whiteness, sturdiness, color, and then its fiber content, its keeping quality, moreover its productivity. For example, if you have 1 ton of paddy straw, I will challenge you will be able to harvest almost 1,200 to 1,400 kg of mushroom. That means 120 to 140% biological efficiency within a short span of 30 days. But you cannot expect this in button mushroom. You need to go for a big composting process. After composting, if your cropping conditions are perfect, even with 1 ton of perfect compost, you will be able to harvest around 200 kg, even if your strain is excellent. So that means only 20 to 25% maximum bioefficiency, whereas here around 130 to 140% biological efficiency. That is the greatness of milky mushroom. You can see on the bunch, you can count the numbers, approximately 13 mushrooms, 14 mushrooms are seen on the bed, and the bed contains around 300 gram of dry paddy straw with a minimum of 1/4 kg of casing soil. That's it. 1/4 kg casing soil. That too, you need not worry about a big technology for casing. A clay loamy soil with a little bit high pH, around 8 will be sufficient. After little moistening, you need to give a casing. That's sufficient. Sorry, before casing, you have to steam the soil. Little bit steam. For 1 hour, you steam the clay loam soil having pH 8, and then you just apply on the bed. So within 25 to 30 days, you will be able to get this much of harvest. Each mushroom approximately weighs 60 gram to 80 gram. Okay, so just to calculate 13 into 60. Okay, so you will be getting, even if it is 10 into 60, 600 gram of mushroom in the single harvest. But whereas you have only 250 to 300 gram of dry paddy straw. So just to think of the biological efficiency. It is true. That is why we are looking forward that this technology should be very strong in India, because India should be the leader on this. And of course, you know well, button mushroom was introduced from Europe, oyster mushroom was introduced from Germany, paddy straw mushroom was introduced from China. But what is left in India? Only this, milky mushroom. So I'll just go through my slides, and whatever you have, you can talk to me later. So in my opinion, this is the great Indian treat to the world mushroom lovers. Okay, APK2 milky mushroom variety is the first milky mushroom variety we made in the history as early 1998. The technology was released in 98, and by this time, around 20-22 years, this technology was spread over India to several states, and it has also traveled to Middle East. And yesterday I got a call from a farmer from Indonesia looking for a big project. So wherever you have high temperature ecosystem, high humidity ecosystem around the world, this is getting popular. And I have visited Malaysia, and I had been to China, and everyone is appreciating this technology. And my happiness is the World Authority of Mushroom, Dr. S.T. Chong, who retired as a professor from Chinese University of Hong Kong, who was responsible for the revolution of Chinese mushroom industry. He appreciated the technology, and in his own article, he has indicated that this is the technology from India, that is from TNAU by Krishnamurthy et al. In 1998. So with that introduction, so this kind of mushrooms we used to collect naturally from coconut fields during June, July, and the beginning of first season, immediately after the end of summer showers and the beginning of first season, we used to get this kind of robust milky mushrooms growing more or less near palm trees like Palmyra palm, coconut palm, and sometimes Peltophorum trees, open ground everywhere. So since 1998, we have surveyed several places, we have collected several isolates. Now in our herbarium, more than 30-40 collections with different sizes were available, and we have that cultures. And some of them now of late, due to molecular identification, most of them are Calocybe indica, and some of them seems to be Macrocybe, and some of them are Tricoloma. So collectively we have Calocybe, Macrocybe, Tricoloma, but Calocybe is the variety that we have released, and it is having very good popularity. And of course, my student of late, she has identified another improved strain, which is under testing, under on-farm trial, university trials, and tested in formats. And next to APK2, that variety is going to come soon. It looks almost like a button mushroom. You will appreciate on seeing this. So you can see this strain. So you can see the incurved cap, no, just like exactly like button mushroom. So button mushroom market, if you see the button, they will say that it should have incurved margin, and it should be very compact. It should not be loose. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me? Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
There is some disturbance, voice disturbance. Ask them to mute. Hello.
Madam, please mute everyone except sir.
Hello.
I'm doing same thing, sir. Please continue.
Some voice disturbances are there.
Yes, sir. I'm just muting them.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can see, and you will definitely appreciate, this is a big button mushroom that we have identified of late, and it is going to be commercialized. So this is the place in Tamil Nadu where we are cultivating this almost every district of Tamil Nadu. Just like your state, Tamil Nadu is also endowed. Hello, some voice disturbance is there. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have removed him from the meeting, sir. Please continue.
Yeah. So, as I told to you, just like your state, Tamil Nadu is also having high temperature, high humidity zones, and most of them are in coastal zones. And this mushroom, since it allows 30 to 35 degree temperature with more than 80 degree humidity, it is well suited to Tamil Nadu, not only to Tamil Nadu, entire South India. And it is also spreading fast in North India, especially during summer months. They are equally looking for cultivation of this mushroom. But of course, in North India, you will have the humidity level less. So to increase the humidity, you need to make some arrangements so that you can very well cultivate this mushroom throughout India, throughout the year, and wherever is possible. So with that, the technology for spawn production is almost same. Whatever you do with other mushrooms, same kind of tissue culture technique, and then you will go for mother spawn production in a grain-based technology, followed by grain spawn for bed preparation, and then it will continue. So the spawn production techniques is almost same. I think I may not describe on that. And after the spawn is available with you, you can go for mushroom cultivation. I'm just narrating a simple way of cultivation, but of course this can be upscaled to any level, and we can give technological support, no issue. And what we need is straw. In my opinion, paddy straw, wheat straw is good, but still any crop residue can be used because the technology for treatment of the substrate should be different. Even if you can use the maize stalk or anything, whichever may be having rich of cellulosic material, you can very well use, but you have to be very careful in substrate processing. Otherwise, you will get lot of contaminants at the spawn running stage. So what we use in Tamil Nadu is normally paddy straw, which is abundantly available. So paddy straw, it should be free from mold attack, stored safely from rainwater and muddy water, and then the fresh straw cannot be used. It should be sufficiently dried with under sun maybe. Then that straw should be cut into small pieces. So they are cutting into small pieces of 4 to 5 centimeter thickness, and then that straw bits are to be soaked in water, maybe for 1 hour to 2 hours, not more than that. Someone is using chemical sterilization technology that normally followed for oyster mushroom cultivation, overnight soaking in carbendazim formaldehyde solution. So in my opinion, it is not correct. One way it is a residual effect of the fungicide, on the other side the formaldehyde is highly dangerous. So better you go for substrate soaking in cold water followed by boiling. So that too, if you soak your paddy straw for a prolonged time, naturally bacterial contamination will be there because of excess moisture imbibed in the straw. So what I suggest, not more than 1 hour or sometimes up to 2 hours, 3 hours, not more than that. So that much paddy straw, so after soaking, you cut the straw into small pieces, and then it should be steamed, or sometimes you can boil. In hot water treatment also can be done at 80-degree temperature. In hot water you can fully soak the straw, or it is better to go with small scale steaming. If you are having a small farm, if you are aiming for a very big farm, definitely you need to have a steam generator, and then the moistened straw should be sufficiently steamed at 100 to 110 degrees centigrade temperature under steam for half an hour to 1 hour. Sometimes if our paddy straw is very good, half an hour steaming is more than sufficient. But if it is a little bit dilapidated paddy straw, you can standardize, and up to 1 hour you can give very good steam treatment at not more than 110 degrees centigrade under steam, not dry heat, under steam. And then after steaming, that should be shade dried, just like that, shade dried, maybe under fan, not in open, to avoid contamination, with sufficient ventilation, but at the same time protected from dust and other particles. So after shade drying sufficiently, maybe you can squeeze the shade dried paddy straw with your hand, and if you feel that the water is not trickling down, at the same time you have sufficient moisture on the paddy straw, then you can go for bed preparation. Mostly you use polybags, and nowadays polybags are banned. Alternate containers also can be used, whatever you feel like safe, but the way you do for oyster mushroom cultivation, it's a hybrid technology, oyster and button. So that way you have to prepare the cylindrical beds, and people, you are able to see people are preparing the cylindrical beds with layer spawning. So one layer of paddy straw after treatment, followed by a layer of spawn that you have prepared already, and then just like that you can sandwich the entire bed to this. Normally we use 60 by 30 polybag, 60 centimeter length and 30 centimeter breadth. That kind of polybags are used, and after filling, and that bags are incubated under little bit humid condition, not more than 65 or 70, but completely dust-free environment, over racks or over hangs. You can keep the beds. The temperature should be around 25 to 30. It should not be less than 25, or it should not be more than 35. So around 30 will be more than sufficient. So under such a condition, under a dust-free environment, you can keep the beds on the racks, and you can see the formats behind. And after that, within another 10 to 12 days, no, while preparing the bed, you need to give sufficient vent hole. Probably you'll be knowing that oyster mushroom cultivation, you prepare, after preparing the whole bed on either side or on all sides, a few vent holes of pencil point thickness may be given for free aeration inside, and by that the fungus will grow inside and it will ramify, it will colonize, and when the bed becomes totally white, pure white, no, complete white, you check for contaminants, if any. If there are some contaminants, you can remove them. If it is little bit contaminant, if it is more contaminated, then you have to throw the bed out. So you check for complete contamination, and if at all a little spot is there, that part alone can be taken, and you can little bit soak with 0.1% carbendazim at that zone alone, and then that bed can be used. But you must be very careful while using the contaminated bed. I suggest you to go with only fully colonized, pure milky whitey bed. Otherwise, it will make trouble in the cropping room. So once the bed is fully white in the spawn running room, you can cut the bed into 2 equal halves. So you can see this person is cutting the whole bed, 60 centimeter length, 30 centimeter breadth. That bed is cut into 2 equal halves, and once it is cut, and it is to be given a gentle press, so on either side, half cut bed, you have to give a gentle press. Now look into this. You can see the full bed. For preparing this full bed of 60 by 30, you may need approximately 300 gram of dry paddy straw. 300 to 400 dry paddy straw, and that will be cut, soaked. After chopping, it will be soaked and then boiled and then sufficiently air dried, and then you are preparing. By that time, the volume will be around 2.5 kilo because of water imbibing. And then when you cut this bed into 2 equal half, imagine each half cut bed will be having approximately around 200 to 250 gram of paddy straw, not more than that, 250 gram of dry paddy straw, or at the maximum 300 gram of dry paddy straw per half cut bed. So that is the condition. So you can see here half cut bed, and after that you have to put casing soil over the half cut gently pressed bed. No, as I told to you, casing soil is nothing but a clay loam soil which you can get almost throughout India. So that clay loam soil with pH around 8 is taken from the forest area or nearby river bed or from open field, and you have to remove all the stones, clods, pebbles, any stubbles. Everything is to be cleaned, and then the major clods available is to be broken, and then you can fill it in sugar gunny bags after sufficiently moistening it. Now little bit moistening, so that if you after moistening, if you just catch hold of the soil, it should be firm and it should not be loose. So to that level, but it should not be too much moist. So at that condition, that can be mixed thoroughly, and it can be taken in poly bags, and it should be entirely steamed in an autoclave. You can autoclave in a big sized autoclave, or otherwise if you have a small autoclave, the size of gunny bag may be small, or a polypropylene bag may be used, and the soil is to be, that is moist soil is to be put inside, and then it should be steamed for 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Better 1.5 hours, because soil may contain several of microbes, insects. So to eliminate the major contaminants, you have to steam the soil, and then you have to apply the casing soil over the half cut bed to 1.5 to 2 centimeter thickness, not more than that. Don't put too much depth of the soil. So around 1.5 to 2 centimeter will be more than sufficient, and then you have to uniformly spread so that moisture will not be accumulating at the time of spraying on the bed. No, then it should be taken to the cropping room. Now cropping room is a very simple structure that we normally do it with a sufficient ventilation, around 23 to 27 feet length, around 12 feet breadth. The height may be around 8 to 9 feet, and all around you can build the wall with the hollow blocks, and over that you can have a poly structure, silk polyene sheet. Mostly blue color silk polyene sheet will be good, because the light passing through the blue color sheet will have the best range, the luminescence will be very perfect, the lux available will be good, and most of the organisms love blue light, and milky mushroom is no exception. So have a blue sheet, and then you can make the rooftop, and you can see the bed, the structures erected in open field. If it is under shade tree, it will be still good to reduce the temperature during summer months. So in and around the sheds, you can raise trees or shrubs, so that shade effect will equally be there. You can see the length, breadth, and sufficiently holes are given at the rear side and in the front side. And suppose if you need, you can put some 1 or 2 exhaust, and you can automate sprinkler system inside. So everything is possible. It's a simple structure. Just like button mushroom, you need not worry about it. These kind of structures will be sufficient, and into that structures you have to keep the bed, and you can spray water on the surface of the bed so that the bed surface is not dry. So there is no time limit. Depending upon the moisture level on the surface of the bed, you can spray 1 or 2 times every day. And after spraying, you have to close the doors and windows so that the humidity will not be lost. And at the same time, the inside temperature, because of the inside temperature and because of the fungus available in the half-cut bed and the microbes available in the soil surface, lot of extra heat also will be developed, and moist heat will be available inside. Carbon dioxide accumulation will be more, and at least for 1 week, the windows and doors should be minimum open. It should not be fully open, minimum open, so that the fungus will grow fast. Because if there is more carbon dioxide, it will tend to grow fast, and then it will go to the casing soil and it will ramify the casing surface. Now, so once the casing surface is seen with the white patches of mycelium and then small buttons coming out on the side, then you have to give very good ventilation. So regularly you have to expel the CO2 out, and you have to allow free air, that too dust free air you have to get inside, because oxygen is more important at the time of button formation. So that way you have to regulate, and once you do that, within 1 week of the casing growth, the fungus growth on the casing soil, within a week you can see the buttons coming all the surfaces of the soil. So you need not expect all the buttons to come out as mushroom. So you can see thousands of buttons, but everything will not come. And of course, a few buttons will slowly emerge out. You can see here, few buttons are coming this way, that way. And after the first harvest, you have to ruffle the material again, and then you come back, you will get a second flush, third flush, like that. So first spawn running for 12 to 15 days, you are cutting the bed into 2 equal halves and casing. So case run up to 18th or 20th day. So once case run is over, you will continue maintaining the agronomic conditions. On 25th to 28th day, you can see the buttons coming out like this. And this will be ready for harvest within a day or 2. You can see here, end to end, the beds have been kept, the fresh beds to the pre-beds. In the previously kept bed, you can see the mushrooms coming out, and the fresh beds slowly buttons are emerging. This is for a small farm, but if you look for a big farm, you should have many number of chambers. Each bed should be accommodated in 1 single chamber. Just like that, if you keep, it is possible. So this was the first visit of a North Indian scientist, one Dr. Rajpal Putela. It was in 1998. He visited from Punjab Agricultural University to see the technology spread with our farmers. You can see me standing on the this side. You can see here. I think you can see me here, and these are all my farmers and Dr. Rajpal Putela from here, and you can see the crops. So, and after that, you can see the buds slowly maturing, and they will reach this much. So, our concern is the length, length of the stalk and the breadth of the pileus. And now a lot of technology intervention is there, and just like button mushroom, I said, in the first 2-3 slides I have shown you, So that way the technology is now fine-tuned. Just like a big button mushroom, we can easily grow. That is possible. So it is getting ready, and you can see the milky white, robust, milky white, fleshy. You can see the entire bed. You can see here. So entire bed is full of mushroom. And the one advantage with this mushroom is, suppose if you want to prolong the harvest, it is possible. For example, today is a festive day, or due to some other occasion, you are not able to harvest and you are not able to sell it in the market. You can prolong the harvest for another 2-3 days. But it is not possible in milky mushroom. Sorry, it is not possible in oyster mushroom. It is not possible in padistra mushroom, and it is not possible in button mushroom also. So this is the only mushroom wherein you can prolong the harvest as per your will and wish, and market is possible. And similarly, depending upon the market demand for the size, you can harvest the mushroom from 35 grams to even half kilo, 1 kilo. One single mushroom, you can harvest up to 1 kilo. That is possible if the market demand is for that. If you want to make some chicken 65 like preparation, you can look for that. But for making gravy, if you need a small button, then that cap size at 30-35 gram, you can harvest it. So this kind of flexibility you cannot see in any of the mushroom that I can challenge. And then you can see here, that's what I told should be harvest today or by now, or shall we delay. So you have every answer with this mushroom. And then after that, it is cleaning and then grading and then packing, and it is sent to the market. Sometimes depending upon the market, you can you can see many farmers are cultivating very simple technology. So who is making the best crop is a question. Everyone has achieved the maximum bioefficiency. So since 1998, this technology is very much popularized through self-help group, farmers forum, farmers entrepreneurship, student entrepreneurship. So many of the occasions we have popularized it, and many of the scientists have visited our farmers time since 1998. You can see National Center Director R.N. Verma and Dr. Mukhopadhyaya and Dr. Jalali from Haryana, and he is from West Bengal, and Dr. M.N. Kare from Madhya Pradesh. So all of them on a QRT, they visited, they are enjoying with our farmers, and they prepared several items with milky mushroom, including milky mushroom halwa, milky mushroom beda, milky mushroom, chips, bhaji, bonda, whatever, biryani. So several things they prepared and they served to the team, and they're all really enjoying it. You can see me here as a small boy, and then you can see the full crop. And even he is Dr. R.D. Roy. He was working in National Research Center for Mushroom. Later he was the professor and head biochemistry at IRI New Delhi. So all good friends, and so many have visited the Tamil Nadu Agriculture University and the farmers, and severally it is popularized. And market opportunities, of course, there are very heavy opportunities nowadays. And the only thing you need a clever marketing system linking both your the downstream and upstream process, value chain and supply chain. If you are able to do that in a big way, market is not an issue. So that way you can very well look for market because of the lot of interventions we have made. And there are several farmers also, even in IGKVV, near IGKVV, to the best of my knowledge, Suklaji and Thakurji, they were doing a lot of work. And one Namrata, she is a very good farmer. She is known to me since beginning. So all of them came and appreciated the technology, and several farmers, cooperatives, contractual farmers, everything on PPP mode. You can do that, and you can see a small farm. You can enjoy in a natural environment, a sequential manner, padistra storage, cutting, chopping, and then steam sterilization, spawn running, cropping. On the other side is office, packing. So like that, an excellent farm can be created, and this can be upscaled to any size. And the technology was first exhibited as early in 1998. You can see me explain it to the then Vice Chancellor, and I only started here. So this was the first variety APK2. I was working in a regional research station, Aruppukkottai, which is a warm, humid area. And from there, we introduced the technology in 1998. And since then, so much. So you can see how popular the variety release program conducted at TNAU. And then several exhibits demonstrated over 10 years and even till now. Now I am registrar, and till now we used to conduct every month. The 5th is a training day at TNAU, and we are continuing it since 1989. So everybody is joining, getting benefited, and even it has visited people from other countries, and we have taken the technology to Malaysia, Indonesia, even African countries, and many people showed a lot of interest, and we are closely working with several international groups, and then we equally look forward to explore this mushroom in several ways. And you can see international scientists visiting, and then this is one of the exhibition where we got the greater confidence. It is called AgriIntex Agricultural International Exhibition, conducted every year in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and this was the first edition of the AgriIntex in 2000, and in which collectively TNAU, the farmers of the Tamil Nadu who are cultivating mushrooms, all of them joined, and we made a very good pavilion. So in which all kinds of mushrooms have been exhibited, starting from oyster, milky, button, medicinal mushrooms, everything. And we have created a mushroom park, and people have enjoyed. Equally in the park, we made a shed for mushroom preparations, and more than 30-35 items have been prepared. And he was the vice chancellor at that time. You can see me behind. And he was our director at that time, and almost all others are our farmers. And he is the chef who made different preparations made out of milky mushroom, including milky mushroom halwa. And it was very much relished, enjoyed, and it's a great thing. And the people from African countries, ministers, policy makers, all of them came to take the idea. And now we are looking for collaboration all around, and we are making a wonderful impact in the society. So even in 1 or 2 districts, we have trained the farmers on the spot, and they are trained in all, starting from tissue culture making, sponge preparation in their own through DBT sponsored project. And we have transformed the farm women to scientists even. So everybody is enjoying preparing the tissue culture, sponge making, and after sponge making in group, collective farming, and then they are using the bed preparation, and then after bed preparation, several farmers are engaged in cultivation, and we have made a multi-partite linkage, giving credit facility, banks and other things. Everybody have been linked, including NABARD. So we gave lots of helping hand, technology side, finance side, everywhere, and farmers are very much happy, and everybody is doing this kind of activity. So it has changed the lifestyle in several of the rural areas, and they are very busy nowadays. So like that, and a person, he is preparing only the several items with milky mushroom. So this is the samosa made out of milky mushroom, and he is earning a lot of money every month. Collect all the farmers, they used to supply their product to this the hotel owner, he is a fast food owner, and he is preparing several things, including mushroom biryani, everything. Mushroom biryani is very famous in almost all the functions in Tamil Nadu, especially in marriage functions, any important function. Without mushroom biryani, there is no marriage. So that way, it is getting popular. And of course, after completion of the cropping, the waste material is used for preparing vermicompost. You can see the spent mushroom bed further inoculated with the cow dung slurry, and it was introduced with the worms, the earthworm. So several species of earthworm to feed at different layers, and then it has been totally converted into the compost, an excellent organic manure for crop cycling. So that is converted, and then it is packed and sold to the farmers. So as I told in the beginning, France is famous for button mushroom, China is famous for Valerial or Padistra mushroom, and Germany is famous for oyster mushroom. And in my opinion, For us, milky mushroom is the number one, and we have great opportunity for this mushroom because most of the Indian condition is tropical. We have high temperature, high humidity zones, and we have multiple crop residues available. And our food habits are also slowly changing towards mushroom. And it is right time that entrepreneurs, students, they can look for this kind of activity, and any kind of technology intervention, any kind of support, any kind of moral advice. Definitely, I am with you. You can definitely take. And my single question is, every country is progressing better, but India is not. In spite of my preach for the past 30-35 years, nobody is looking this as an industry. I have visited several countries. Dr. Thakur knows, and my good friend Dr. Suklaji knows. Both of them are knowing me from the beginning, and we used to talk severally, but till today it has not reached the level that we are to reach, because the concept of mushroom production reached China only after 1980. Now they are the world leaders for button mushroom, oyster mushroom, everywhere. Complete mechanized cultivation, industrial cultivation, and they look forward a national small mushroom big industry concept. But this has not reached. I have spoken to in several forums. I have spoken to Director General ICR. I have spoken to many of the government secretaries, policy makers, but still I do not know, it has not reached. But of course, of late, lot of emphasis is given by the government side. NABARD is also supporting a lot. So you can look forward to a big industry, not only with milky mushroom, with several other mushroom, and it is possible. My last slide, as I used to tell to my friends and students always, even the termites, they have their own fungal garden. Why not we? And if you conserve the fungi in the forest and in your own home and in your own garden, you will be serving agro ecosystem equally an excellent micro food for better nutrition, to make a protein revolution in this country. And I'm looking for a protein revolution, because protein is the base for any food, for immunomodulation, for enhancing the health of our children, to enhance the brain development of our children. Protein is needed. Mycoprotein will give greater answer. So look forward. May God bless you all. Jai Hind. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, sir.
I have completed. You said
Okay,
45 minutes. I'm right in time.
हेलो सर.
हेलो.
सर आपने एक वैरायटी रिलीज की है APK2 नाम से. सर
Yeah.
मशरूम एक फंगस है.
Yeah.
तो आप कैसे एक फंगस का कोई मतलब रूट नहीं है, स्टेम नहीं है, फ्रूट नहीं है, फ्लावर नहीं है, तो वैरायटी वर्ड यूज किए हैं सर. तो कैसे आप ये वैरायटी वर्ड यूज कर सकते हैं मशरूम के लिए? इसके बारे में आपको जानकारी चाहिए थी सर.
I'm able to understand, but not fully. Can you translate in English?
Sir, how you can say variety of mushroom? Actually, mushroom is no have any fruit, fruiting flower.
It's a good question, but it is a fruiting body, just like a vegetable, right? It is not a fungus. It is not a mycelial mat.
Okay.
It is a fruiting body.
Okay.
Now you have tomato plant. Are you consuming tomato plant or tomato fruit?
Okay.
You are releasing a mushroom variety. You are eating the fruiting body. Mushroom is a fruiting body, just like a vegetable, right? Can you get my point now?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I also know that who can approve, sir? It is a variety of mushroom APK2.
Sorry?
Who organization or research center?
Sorry?
Which organization, sir? Which organization center approve the variety of APK2 is a variety of milky mushroom?
Tamil Nadu
TNU,
Agricultural
okay.
University is my own variety, my baby.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
APK means Aruppukkottai. Aruppukkottai is the regional research station wherein I worked and released the variety. But the organization which released the variety is TNAU, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Thank you for your very informative presentation.
Thank you.
Can you brief regarding the vermicompost? And actually, milky mushroom cultivation started in December. It's pretty bit well going on, but regarding the vermicompost, I have no idea how to process it up to the end. Can you brief it, sir?
Yeah, it's fine now. Once if you cultivate the mushroom, what will you do with the remaining material? That spent straw, what will you do?
So I'm trying to vermicompost it, sir. I dumped all the
So you
waste
mix
in the
it.
drum.
You mix if you have bulk material, no. So
Huh.
after harvesting, first harvest, second, third harvest, sometimes it may be contaminated. Your bed will also be having contamination, and then you finally dispose it in a manure pit. And for vermicomposting, lot of technologies are available. Along with the crop residues, this can also be equally mixed. And then you put a little bit of cow dung slurry spread on it, and then introduce worms. So worms you can get from any research organization, maybe IGKVV can supply, or anywhere. No, there are different feeders of worms, earthworms, and you can collect them, and then you can introduce it. And if you give little bit of cow dung slurry spray, naturally the worms will eat on it, and then they eat on the spent mushroom compost, because that spent mushroom compost also equally contains the mycelial mat. Mycelial mat is rich of protein, right? So the crop residues and this protein-rich mycelial mat will be consumed by the worms, and then you will get that excreta out. That will be the best manure. So that technology is available. You can very well do that. And if you need any idea, you can sometimes come to TNAU. We will give you the idea and technology.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anything? Any other question?
Any other question?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, myself, Sunit Talukdar from Guwahati, Assam.
Okay.
Sir, I mainly cultivate oyster mushroom. Actually,
Okay.
2-3 times I have tried milky. The milky during June-July month. But the problem is that I mean during night time at our place, even during June-July, the temperature drops. So means the way the I should get the fruiting, it's not that much. I don't know, maybe because of the temperature drop, maybe the mycelium, the bakes are getting some temperature shock, or don't know. But the fruiting is not that much, even in the month of June and July.
Okay.
So like I just want to know, like every, not maybe in every species, but in lots of species we have different species as per temperate species, like in shiitake or maybe in button, we have both the species, cold species, the cold strain and the hot strain.
Yeah, that kind of research you have to make. But why you are worried? An apple you can get from Kashmir, and mango you can supplement from your tropical zone. So like that, whatever is possible in your area with simple technology, you can try it out. Suppose in Assam for the cold temperature, you are able to get shiitake or oyster mushroom. Equally, you can cultivate that. And why you are interested in milky mushroom? Okay, of course you are interested in milky mushroom. You can very well do it, and you have to design your cropping room so that the temperature inside will always be around 30 degree to 35 degree, and humidity more than 30. Sorry, more than 80. So lots of smart cropping room facilities are available. You can very well do that. So that is my idea. And if you have any further, but of course you can look for making hybrids with button mushroom and milky mushroom. They all high-end research technologies. And if you want to enter into that, definitely I can support you. You can contact me in my email ID, milkmushapk2@gmail.com.
Sir, can you just repeat your email ID one more time?
milkmush, milkmushapk2, number 2@gmail.com.
Okay, sir. Sir, my second query, sir, I have two more queries. So another query is that while during your presentation, so you showed like in Tamil Nadu during the June-July month, you said most of the milky mushrooms are gathered from the palm estates or like the coconut trees and all underneath. So those and sir, normally while cultivating, we normally tends to use the casing soil. But
Okay.
sir, the photos which you showed, the wild one, those were without casing soil, and even in, I think, wild we don't need to apply any casing soil, but still we get big mushrooms. So why during cultivation, sir, we need to use the casing soil?
It's a good question. Do you mean to say that in nature it is growing only on the substrate alone without the soil?
No, 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 sir. I mean,
Huh.
I mean, I don't know, because here to, sir, in our condition, naturally milky mushroom don't grow. So
You have to observe, you go wander into the wild and look for this kind of mushroom during summer or winter months, definitely you may be able to get some species. Sometimes Chelocybe indica, sometimes some other Chelocybe species may be available, who knows? You can try. In nature, actually, this is not growing on substrate alone. When it is growing nearer to the palm tree, sometimes it has some kind of mycorrhizal association. This will be attached to the finer roots of any tree. So when it is attached to the finer roots, it is getting some nutrition from the tree, and equally the soil support its existence, and in both the way it is getting and it is flourishing. But while cultivating, you are simulating the natural environment in the laboratory, and you are able to get a harvest. That's it. It's a living
okay,
organism. Any plant, you will give the appropriate conditions for it, for the plant to grow. Similarly, you are giving the appropriate condition. That is the temperature requirement, the substrate requirement, the casing requirement, the air requirement. So everything you are giving, and water requirement, humidity requirement. By doing that, you are simulating an environment, and into that, the mushroom, whatever you collect in nature, after tissue culturing, spawn making, you are bringing it, and it is growing. That's it.
okay. And sir, one last query.
Hmm.
I mean, sir, actually in our place I have seen, and in some other places also, like I have came into the same conclusion. Uh, like milky mushroom tends to have a smell. I mean, it is not liked by lots of people. I mean,
Hmm.
taste. So, sir,
Okay, good. Good, that's fine. That's what I told you. You can harvest bindi in young stage, and the same bindi, when it is matured, it is not palatable. So with greedy, if you want to grow the milky mushroom in a big one and make a market, sometimes it may lose its flavor. But when you harvest in a young stage, I told in the beginning, you can harvest the mushroom from 30 grams to 1 kilo. Now, what is your interest? You want to get more number of buttons with 30-gram weight, or one button with half a kilo to 1 kg. So that is the deciding factor. Of course, you are also right. Sometimes the flavor is more, and now we are doing an excellent work with my PhD students on the genome sequencing, and finding out the best gene available for flavor, and we are trying to smother the gene editing technology, and we are looking equally onto that. Now in nature everything is available. There may be some disadvantage, and the science should address on that, and we are equally addressing, and that's what the next strain that we are going to release will have less fiber, very good flavor, and you will get it very soon. So that part of work we are doing it.
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Convinced? Convinced?
Hello,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Convinced?
Convinced. Convinced, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, is there any role of oxygen during mycelium running in case of milky mushroom?
Definitely. Is there any
Sir,
role is there any role of oxygen in you?
I understand, sir. But sir, in
Hello?
time of making of a bed, is there need for making hole, or is there timing
Definitely,
for making
definitely.
bed? Huh?
Yeah.
Sir,
While making bed, there
is
should
there
be
any
some
need of
vent
making
hole.
pore?
Some vent hole should be
There is
there.
need there. Okay. Sir,
Otherwise, there is no air exchange. No
in
demand
case
of
of winter
oxygen,
season,
then
if we
suffocation
want
of the
to
fungus.
grow milky mushroom,
Hmm. Tell me,
yeah. Sir, in
winter
case of
season.
okay, sir. Sir, in case of winter season, if we want to grow milky mushroom, sir, yeah, in case of greenhouse, if you make greenhouse, is it possible to grow milky mushroom in winter
What is the
season?
temperature inside your house, polyhouse?
That is, I don't know. Is it possible in winter season?
You have to check. You have to check. When you have polyhouse, check the temperature. If it is around 30, 35, you can very well grow. If it is less than 30, 35, you make some effort to make the temperature more. You allow steam inside.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
And enhance the temperature inside the polyhouse, and you can very well grow.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Excuse me,
good
sir.
morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, this is Anurag Kriketa from Chhattisgarh.
Yeah.
First and foremost thing, thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience and enlightening us. I want to
Thank
ask
you.
sir, that is there any effect on biological efficiency if pedistra or any other straw is used without cutting?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to get Mr. Anurag.
Yeah. Sir, I'm asking that is there any effect on biological efficiency if straw are used without cutting?
Maybe, definitely, because cutting helps in making the bed uniform. No, while pressing, it will become uniform. Without cut, if you use a pedistra, while making the bed, there may not be any uniformity. It may reflect definitely on the bioefficiency.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Good morning, sir. I am
Good morning.
Satyajit Mahapatra. Basically, I am a Muslim grower from Jharkhand.
Namaste.
Sir, first of all, thanks for the nice presentation and
Thank you.
information that you gave about the milky mushrooms. And
Yeah,
I am definitely agreed with your point that the milky mushrooms are the solution for many of the problems that farmers are facing generally in the summer
yeah,
because of low productions in oysters and don't having button cultivation.
yeah,
Yes, sir, I have few queries about
yeah.
the milky mushrooms.
Hmm.
First of all,